Okay, I'll call the monthly meeting to order, and in accordance with Public Act 101-0640, this meeting will be held by remote attendance and all votes will be taken by roll call, and hopefully we'll be back together next month. But in the meantime, Caitlin, can you proceed with the roll call, please?
Trustee Doherty.
Here.
Trustee Gagani.
Here.
Trustee Humphries.
Dave, I think you're on mute.
He says he has no audio. We'll come back.
Okay.
We'll circle back. Trustee Kuntia.
Here.
Trustee Stapleton.
Here.
President Graber.
Here, thank you very much. And for the record, we do have Dave on video, and I believe he can hear us. Not if you can hear us. Can you hear us, Dave?
Should we use chat?
Well, he could when she called roll call, but now he's trying to change his mic situation.
Okay.
Wonder if he should log off and log back in again. This happened to me one time, and I had to like completely log out and then come back in.
Can I was going to do the chat, but maybe somebody else who's more, I don't know. Farnell, you're on mute too.
Yeah, I'm trying to find out where the chat is. Is the chat on the?
There's a little bubble. There's a speech bubble at the top.
Kim just, yeah,
Oh, I
Kim
see
just-
it over there.
Yeah.
Oh, someone.
So if you click on that,
Kim, yeah, Kim
Yeah.
wrote in it already. I think
Right.
Kim, yeah.
I was gonna say there's a little gear settings thing too. I don't know if that would help them at all with the audio settings, if it's accidentally on turn off computer audio.
Well, if he can't hear us, I don't know if he can hear us to have him put on the chat, open the chat. I don't know if he can.
Oh, he's logging off right now, I think.
Okay.
I'll give it another minute or so and then we can just proceed and hopefully Dave will be able to make it. There he is. What about maybe just calling in? Dave, can you hear us?
I can put in the chat, oh, someone else did, right? The phone number. You can, I'm gonna put it in for him.
Okay.
I can't cut and paste it from the PDF, so I have to write it down. So if anyone beats me, go ahead.
He appears to be dialing. So there's a, hey Dave, are you there?
I just came in on the phone.
We can see you and we can hear you. So don't
Can
hang
you hear
up.
me?
We can hear you, yes.
All right, then I'll just have to do it this way. I don't know. I've been on Zoom meetings all day, so I know the computer works. I don't know what's going on. And I've done GoToMeeting before, but
Well, we're
All
just
right.
glad you're here.
Yes, absolutely. Welcome again, everybody. And then we are on to agenda item. Actually, let's do the roll call again, Caitlin, just to include Dave in this round.
Sure. Okay, so I will start from the beginning again. So Trustee Doherty,
Yes.
Trustee Gagani,
Here.
Trustee Humphreys,
yes,
Trustee Kuntia,
Here.
Trustee Stapleton,
I'm still here.
President Graber.
Here, thank you very much. We're now on to agenda item number 3, a welcome to visitors. I don't know if we have any visitors, but we welcome you if you are here, and we appreciate your interest in the library. We're now on to agenda item number 4, very important, Swapna's oath of office, agenda item 4A. I don't know, Caitlin, have you and Swapna practiced this like virtually so that we can get this all correct here?
We are reading it.
Yes, dress rehearsals and everything, totally.
Excellent, excellent.
What I think I'm going to do is we'll do the verbal oath right here, and then I'll coordinate a time for you to come in and actually sign the official oath, and I'll just notarize that when you come in. So we'll just do the verbal aspect of it now so that it's on record.
Sounds good, Caitlin.
Okay, so Swapna, I need you to repeat after me. I state your name,
I, Swapna Gigani,
having been appointed to the office of Library Trustee
to the office of Library Trustee
of the Downers Grove Public Library
of the Downers Grove Public Library
in the village of Downers Grove
in the village of Downers Grove
in the county of DuPage,
in the county of DuPage,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support
that I will support
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and that I will faithfully discharge
and that I will faithfully discharge
the duties of the office of Library Trustee
the duties of the office of Library Trustee
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
And that's it.
Cool.
Congratulations.
wonderful,
Thank you.
Congratulations, Swapna.
wonderful.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Swapna.
Nice job, Caitlin.
Great job.
All right, we're now on to agenda item, let's see, 5A, approval of minutes. It looks like we have the October 27th, 2021 executive session meeting with the requested action being to approve and open the minutes. Did anyone have any questions or comments regarding those minutes?
And they can be approved and opened all at once.
Okay. Do we have a motion to approve and open the minutes?
I
So
will
moved.
move to approve and open the minutes.
Okay, do we have a
Sounds like
second?
I don't know if I was the first or the second, but
I'll go with Swapna. I believe you were the first, and Carissa, you were the second. So we have a motion to approve the October 27th, 2021 executive session meeting, the approval and the opening of the minutes that has been seconded. Caitlin, can you proceed with the roll call, please?
Trustee Doherty,
Yes.
Trustee Gagani,
yes.
Trustee Humphries,
Yes.
Trustee Kuntia,
Yes.
Trustee Stapleton,
Yes.
President Graber.
Yes, thank you very much. We are now on to agenda item 5B, the November 17th, 2021 regular meeting minutes. Does anyone have any questions or comments regarding the November 17th minutes? Okay, do we have a motion to approve the November 17th, 2021 regular meeting minutes?
You will move to approve.
So
them.
moved.
Okay. I'll go with Dave as the movant
Mover.
mover, and I'll go with Kim as the second. We have a motion to approve the November 17th, 2021 regular meeting minutes that has been seconded. Caitlin, can you proceed with the roll call, please?
Trustee Doherty,
Yes.
Trustee Gagani,
Yes.
Trustee Humphries,
Yes.
Trustee Kuntia,
Yes.
Trustee Stapleton,
Yes.
President Graber.
Yes, thank you very much. We're now on to agenda item 5C, the November 17th, 2021 executive session meeting. Did anyone have any questions or comments regarding the November 17th, 2021 executive session meeting minutes?
I move to approve and open the minutes, executive meeting minutes.
I'll second.
Okay, we have a motion to approve and open the November 17th, 2021 executive session meeting minutes that has been seconded. Caitlin, can you proceed with the roll call, please?
Trustee Doherty,
Yes.
Trustee Gagani,
Yes.
Trustee Humphries,
Yes.
Trustee Kuntia,
Yes.
Trustee Stapleton,
Yes.
President Graber.
Yes, thank you very much. We have approved and opened the November 17th, 2021 executive session meeting minutes. And we're now on to agenda item 6A, which is the November 2021 financial report and the December 21 invoices. Before we get into the financial report or the invoices, Jen, would you like to just kind of let us know, maybe just, I mean, we'll get to these in turn, but just maybe how we finished the year?
Yeah. So, so you want me to you want me to skip to December?
Oh, no, I'm just saying like from November through,
Okay.
all of the financials.
Okay, great. So in regards to the November, revenue came in at almost 102%. As you can see, that surplus can be attributed to 3D print jobs, poster prints, sale of book items and DVDs on our book sale shelves, fees that we've collected for damage and lost materials and so forth. On the expenditure side of things, we came in at around 80% in November, which is excellent. I thought I'd just highlight a couple of things for you. Line 5770, the capital equipment line was substantially over due to the pickup lockers that we had installed at the Curtis Street entrance. Just as a side note, we had over 833 pickups in December, which is awesome.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's great. You'll notice that the capital fund transfer of $350,000 occurred in November as well to the capital building fund. If you take a look at the December invoices of note, there's a substantial cost for $52,000 for Library Furniture International, and that is for the down payment of the new tables that we are getting in the library for the conference rooms, the study rooms, and the public floor spaces. So.
It sounds good. Does anyone have any questions or comments regarding the November 2021 financial report or December 2021 invoices? Okay, do we have a motion to approve the November 2021 financial report and December 2021 invoices?
So moved.
I will second.
Okay, we have a motion to approve the November 2021 financial report and the December 2021 invoices that has been seconded. Caitlin, can you proceed with the roll call, please?
Trustee Doherty,
Yes.
Trustee Gagani,
Yes.
Trustee Humphries,
Yes.
Trustee Kuntia,
Yes.
Trustee Stapleton,
Yes.
President Graber.
Yes, thank you very much. We're now on to the December 2021 financial report and the January 2022 invoices.
So
Yeah.
I just want to remind everybody that this is not the final year-end expenditure report. You'll receive that at the February board meeting. The reason this is because some of the invoices that you'll be approving tonight, some of them will be applied to the 2021 year, some will be applied to 2022. So, all right, year-end revenues. Things are looking amazing. We came in well over 100% at 103%, and your revenue report should be final. I don't think any more money is coming in for 2021. On the expenditure side, you'll see that we're coming in at about 96%, which is great. We don't want to underspend too much. And remember, some of the invoices that you do approve tonight will change that total expenditure percentage, and anything left over can be transferred to the capital reserve fund. Just to highlight a couple invoices for you on the invoices of note, the Lira, the Libraries of Illinois Risk Agency, that is our library insurance. That's on the agenda for tonight for you to approve that. If you want to take a look at line on the expenditure report, if you want to take, I'm sorry, I jumped to the invoices of note, but now I'm going back to the expenditures. I'm sorry about that. I just wanted to kind of highlight a couple of things for you. The line 5870, the capital equipment line, that went down, that was for the down payment of the tables, which was highlighted in December's invoices of note. So I think that's.
Yeah, Jen, you may have, or someone may have explained this at some point, but one, I saw that for, and part of this was just because I, looking at the financials 2 months at a time, I noticed the, like one of the recipients of fairly large invoice, fairly large totals each month was Ingram Library Services.
Yes.
And can you just give, I'm sure you could talk for an hour about what they do, but just give us maybe like a couple of minutes of like how the library interacts with that organization so that we just have a better understanding.
Sure.
Or at least I do.
Okay, so Ingram is a book vendor, and that's what we recently started purchasing through Ingram Services because Baker and Taylor were having trouble with getting our deliveries. They were so backlogged. So our head of access services investigated the Ingram vendor, and so that's where we're getting books and audiovisual items and materials to circulate.
Okay. And then how does, has there been any sort of, has there been enough like data yet to see like how Ingram is doing versus Baker and Taylor, or they've been just more, even more responsive and,
I think it's more expedited service, to be quite frank, but as far as cost, it's very comparable.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Oh, I also wanted to point out that we had that we had 3 payrolls in December. So that happens twice a year because we get paid 26 times a year. So just wanted to highlight that as well.
Okay, thank you. Do we have any questions or comments regarding the December 2021 financial report or the January 2022 invoices? Okay, do we have a motion to approve the December 2021 financial report and the January 2022 invoices?
I will move to approve the December 2021 and January 2022 invoices.
I'll
I
second.
will second. Oh,
We both second. Seconds and thirds.
Okay, we have a motion to approve the December 2021 financial report and the January 2022 invoices. It has been seconded. Caitlin, can you proceed with the roll call, please?
Trustee Doherty,
yes.
Trustee Gagani,
Yes.
Trustee Humphries,
Yes.
Trustee Kuntia,
Yes.
Trustee Stapleton,
Yes.
President Graber.
Yes, thank you very much. We're now on to agenda item number 7, public comment on agenda items. Do we have any board comments submitted?
Nothing has been submitted.
Okay, thank you. And we're now on to agenda item number 8, public comment on other library business. Assuming there was no other comment?
No other comments.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, we're now on to, I think, the star of the show here, Ian. With respect to agenda item 9A, the elevator modernization proposals. I'm assuming that's why Ian's here, but you know,
Yes.
if anybody else wants to jump in, feel free to
I
do
just
so.
wanted to say hi to everybody, you know. Yeah, so in the packet you have the proposals that I had received. I did contact 4 of the largest elevator companies in the US, and only 3 actually responded. I'm not sure why Otis didn't show any interest. I have no idea. But that's okay, because we still got the 3 other big ones. So with everything that we wanted to achieve, we reached out, we found out what we would have to do for the modernization, what the code was going to be, because now that we're modernizing, we have to fall underneath 2019 elevator code. So that brought up the cost a little bit, because now in that elevator room, the machinery room, we have to have a split system air conditioning unit to keep everything at a climate controlled temperature. And that's due in part to all the computer components, the microprocessors and the relays and everything else like that. So it's like a giant computer, and it's just got to be kept cold like you would like our server room. So with that in mind, that drove up the cost a little bit. Now we're also looking at there has to be 2-way communication with the elevator car. So now not only is it audio, where there's that emergency call box, but now you actually have to have a camera installed in it too, that you can communicate to and fro.
Really?
Oh yeah. So I found out a lot by going through all of this. We also wanted to make sure that we updated the cab, the elevator cab, the interior. I mean, it looks like an old car. The car is about 23 years old. So normal elevator modernization jobs, between 20 to 25 years, that's the norm. You know, you'll hear stories of, oh, elevators have been running for years in the city, you know, since way before that. Well, that's true, but they've also had modernizations done on the back half that you can't see. So yeah, we're going to do everything. We're going to bring everything up to the codes that it needs to be, because we're going to be doing the project, so we have to meet that standard now. We're going to pretty much make the interior of the cab look like new controls, new flooring, new walls, new doors, new closures, new life safety equipment. And then we've got the back of the room stuff where nobody sees, where you have the giant controller and the battery backup system for it and everything else. So I am happy to say that I was able to get it under 150 where I thought it was going to be. I do believe that ThyssenKrupp, which you'll see is also known as TKE Elevator, came in at $143,007.98. That was by far the lowest bid. But they also are one of the largest companies that does this type of work. Schindler came in close, and I was considering them, but in some of the fine print, when you accept this, you also have to accept a maintenance contract with them. So they're locking you into a maintenance contract for a year on top of what you're spending for the modernization, and we already have a maintenance contract with Urban Elevator. We would have warranty on the new car. And any warranty issues would still go through TKE, but we would still keep Urban Elevator on just to come in, check the unit, and make sure functionality and everything like that stays where it's supposed to be. We're in contract with Urban Elevator, so unfortunately, even if we break it, I still have to pay them the difference, so we might as well just keep them on and have another set of eyes looking at it. I think you might be muted, Jonathan.
Jonathan, you're on mute.
Thank you. Yeah, I just had a couple of questions.
Yeah.
The on the cone was sort of, you know, dramatically more expensive than the other two. But one thing I wasn't sure about, and they're still significantly more expensive, but on, I think it's on our page 74, but it's within their proposal, they list like these three alternates. And so their base price was something like 133,000 or something like that.
Yeah.
But then they have $18,940 for the cab interior. Alternate 2 is the battery backup device, is 6,200, and then the turnkey by Cone is 39,120. What I was curious about is like, because like then I couldn't figure out like in the details, like did the turnkey like include? It would still be more, I mean, by a fairly significant amount, but I was like, why wouldn't, it seems like the turnkey would include these other things if you went with that. So I just wasn't sure, like, if you, was it really the 204,000 or what? I was like, well, it still would be like 173,000, but I was just
No,
curious.
I got so the turnkey is, the alternates still are there. The turnkey alternate would be if I went through them as opposed to me going through the state on my own, getting all my own permits, paying all those permit fees and everything else. Turnkey is literally, so all I have to do is just manage the schedule and the project. They take care of everything else. They take care of the state fire marshal's inspection. They take care of the village's inspection. They take care of all the permits that are needing to be required, blueprints, everything else. If we didn't do turnkey, I'd have to go through an architecture firm, get drawings printed up for the new.
Oh, no. Well, no, Ian, my point is that, first of all, I was like, why would anybody do this other than turnkey? Like, you have to do turnkey.
Exactly.
I mean, there's no question about it. My question was like, within Cone's proposal, when they say turnkey, they're saying, oh, but you still don't get the cab interior unless you pay another 18,940 on top of the turnkey. Okay.
Yep.
So yeah, it truly was a 50,000 plus difference between them and
she knew our budget number too, and I even talked with Jenna Radke, and I said, wow, that's really high. She's like, yeah, we just, our materials are more. Maybe they are getting it from a different supplier. I'm not sure. I will say Montgomery Kone is one of the larger ones. There's probably, you go into the airport, and if you're on that motorized walkway, like, that's their machine. So maybe they feel okay charging those kind of prices. I don't know. It was crazy. I was actually shocked about it because I did reach out to her and just to make sure I wasn't missing something.
Okay. And did you feel like there was any difference in, I don't know, and I know it's hard sometimes to know this until you're in the middle of a project, but between Schindler and TKE, like, were they both kind of equally responsive? And you're interfacing with their folks, like, any thoughts on kind of differences from that perspective?
Actually, Schindler they kind of frightened me a little bit because they were pushing so hard for it. Like they seemed like really, I don't know what's going on. Maybe they didn't have a great sales year or something. Their contact person was really, really persistent. I've never worked with Schindler. I have worked with TKE twice when I worked at the county. We did 2 modernizations with them and everything went totally fine.
Okay.
Have these companies talked about the prices being impacted by the supply chain shortage and like how much they've mentioned maybe there was a difference in that price?
So on TKE, I did contact them because that price was on paper said it was only good for 45 days. I talked to Michael to double check to see if he wanted to resubmit since I wasn't able to sneak this into November's like I'd hoped to do, but I just didn't I missed the cutoff. And he said no, they gave me a verbal that they're going to hold pricing. There's not been a pricing increase. I asked him if he's had any supply chain issues. He said he did about 3 weeks ago, but those have gotten resolved and it's not 100% back to normal, but the supply chain is open again and things are starting to come in on a regular basis.
Does anyone else have any questions or comments for Ian about the elevator modernization proposals? Okay, and it looks like
I have no more questions. I had a little bit of experience, not this close, but a little bit of experience with Krupp, and I think they have a very good reputation. I didn't know what TKE was. As soon as you said it was Krupp, I breathed a sigh of relief, frankly. And I think you did a very good job of explaining it and laying out the specs and so forth. So I'm comfortable with this.
Right, and the proposal essentially is or the recommended course of action would be to approve the TKE proposal.
Yeah, I recommend that we choose them and go with them for the project.
Well, it's always good when you have the price plus kind of the reputation sort of following each other, so to the same destination.
Yeah, I am curious to know why Otis didn't bid. Otis seems to have a pretty good share of the market, and they always seem to bid. But well, I think we're in good shape, though. Do you have an idea of the timing of this, when it's going to happen?
So if we get this signed, and I can get it into them by next week, we're going to go ahead and have to do a deposit, which will end up being in the next board meeting's approval. So that way we can get everything starting to get fabricated. Giving them a little bit extra time in case there's any issues, we're looking at a start by summer of 2022. Because fabrication time alone is 15 weeks.
Oh yeah.
So,
well, summer sounds good.
Yeah. Once everything gets on site, we're looking at 3 to 5 weeks. That's about normal. I mean, we can hope for less. It's nice because it's only a 2-stop and it's a hydro, so it's not like a traction car, which is a cable car, which is a lot more involved. I'm optimistic it's going to be less than 5.
Yep.
All right, any additional
Maybe I'm a
questions?
little, yeah,
Go
maybe
ahead.
I'm a little ahead of myself here. We can talk about this at a later time, but we're going to have some planning about how we serve our public without an elevator for 5 weeks.
Yeah, we actually have a plan in place, Dave.
Good. I shouldn't be surprised at that.
So we're going to be using the info desk downstairs as a temporary reference desk. And we're going to be setting up some public computers on the first floor for those folks who are, struggle to use the stairs. So.
And hire a bunch of strong guys to carry up and down the people who have to go up. No, that's fine. Thank you very much. Let's move ahead.
Well, we've got one of those already.
Well, and I got 2 new monitors too, so. You know.
All right, do we have any additional questions regarding the recommended action of approving the elevator modernization project award to TK Elevator Corporation? Okay, do we have a motion to approve the recommended action?
I will move to approve the elevator modernization project award to DK Elevator Corporation in the amount of $143,007.98.
I will second.
Okay, we have a motion to approve the elevator modernization proposal submitted by TK Elevator Corporation in the amount of $143,007.98 that has been seconded. Caitlin, can you proceed with the roll call, please?
Trustee Doherty,
Yes.
Trustee Kagani,
Yes.
Trustee Humphries,
Yes.
Trustee Kuntia,
Yes.
Trustee Stapleton,
Yes.
President Graven.
Yes, thank you very much. We have approved agenda item 9A in approving the elevator modernization project award to the Elevator Corporation. We're now on to agenda item 9B, Libraries Illinois Risk Agency, also known as Lira, Insurance Renewal and Workers' Compensation. Jen, do you want to kind of summarize this agenda item?
Yeah, so this is our insurance provider. They originally advised the member libraries that to plan for a 20 to 30% renewal increase. However, it was just kept around 7%, just a little over 7%, so that's great news. In addition to property liability and workers' comp, Lira also has cyber liability, which is rare. And yeah, so we need insurance. So we need you to approve this. And this was on the January invoices of note that you saw for $52,000. And just another side note about Lira, as a membership organization, we would need to give them a 90-day notice if we were to withdraw. So that's it in a nutshell.
Okay, and I think that we, if I remember correctly, this was one, I know Dave will remember, but I don't know if anyone else was on the board when we switched to Lira maybe like 3 or 4, maybe 3 years ago or something like that. And it seems to be working out well, so.
Yeah, I was just going to make that comment that going way back, this used to be a nightmare. A couple of other directors were able to smooth out the process a little bit, but I remember early on when I was on the board, we would spend a whole meeting comparing this policy against that policy, and it was a real nightmare. And this saves money too. So.
Yeah. Okay, do we have a motion to approve the Lira insurance renewal?
I will motion to approve the Lira renewal. Library.
I'll second.
Second.
Okay, I think Chris will beat you, Dave, so I'll stick with
that's just fine.
Okay, we have a motion to approve the Lira insurance renewal as presented at agenda item 9B. It has been seconded. Caitlin, can you proceed with the roll call, please?
Trustee Doherty,
Yes.
Trustee Gagani,
Yes.
Trustee Humphries,
Yes.
Trustee Kuntia,
Yes.
Trustee Stapleton,
Yes.
President Graber.
Yes, thank you very much. We have approved the Lira insurance renewal. We're now on to agenda item 10A. Jen, do you want to let us know anything new on the COVID-19 response and phased reopening plan?
This is just like perpetual unfinished business right here. So, okay, so we're hanging in there, and Caitlin is keeping her finger on the pulse as far as the ever-changing vaccine and testing mandates. We've decided to suspend programming and close the meeting room and conference rooms through February 13th. However, we are meeting as a management team on February 2nd, and we'll reassess that decision to, hopefully open them up after that point in time or extend the closure. We'll figure that out at that meeting. As a COVID side note, I don't know if you have heard about this, but I just wanted to bring it to your attention that there was a protest at the St. Charles Public Library last week, okay, and that there were 30 plus or minus patrons who went into the building unmasked and refused to leave. And you can investigate more on that on your own if you like, but I just want you to know that I reached out to the Downers Grove Police Department, and we have a plan in place if something like that were to happen here. It's a solid plan, and everybody's been apprised of it. So
Good.
Thank you for letting us know, Jen. I hadn't seen that, so that is good
Yeah.
information for us to know, for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, do we have any questions for Jen?
or Caitlin,
Otherwise,
did I miss anything, Caitlin?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
all right, thank you. If we have do we have any questions, or otherwise, do we have a motion to approve the continued COVID-19 response and phased reopening plan?
I will move to approve the COVID reopening plan.
Which also permits Julie to alter policies. Yeah, you're giving her authority to do that.
Right.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion to approve the COVID-19 response and phased reopening plan as presented, including to give Julie the authority to alter policies throughout the month as needed, as described in the materials. And this has been seconded. Caitlin, can we proceed with the roll call, please?
Yes, Trustee Doherty,
Yes.
Trustee Gagani,
Yes.
Trustee Humphries,
Yes.
Trustee Kuntia,
Yes.
Trustee Stapleton,
Yes.
President Graber.
Yes, thank you very much. We have approved agenda item 10A. We're now on to agenda item 11, library director's report. Do we have a library director's report?
Yes, by proxy. Julie, first of all, wanted me to thank you for your support and understanding during this unexpected time off that she's needed to take. So thank you so much on her behalf. I wanted to highlight that we did release an anti-hate statement in support of the LGBTQ+ community. It resulted in a lot of feedback. We received 102 responses to that anti-hate statement. 85% were positive, so overwhelmingly positive. So wanted to highlight that. That's very good. We have Ian has hired 2 building operations monitors. They have both started, and we are hoping to launch our new safety model this March after their training has been complete. The electrical relay panel project is starting soon. I don't know the exact time, but Fitzgerald Electric is preparing the panels in advance to minimize the downtime, and Ian arranged for them to, I hope I get this right, Ian arranged for them to do the work Friday nights through Saturday mornings, 3 weekends in a row to avoid disruption in service. Did I get that right?
Yeah. We're gonna do overnights. And I'll be with them to make sure that everything goes good. So, yeah, we're gonna get it done.
We'll get you a cot.
You know what? I'm getting old. I can't stay up as long as I used to, so I'll be pumping the coffee.
I want to acknowledge.
Thank you.
Oh, sorry. I want to acknowledge Kim Stapleton. Tonight is Kim's last meeting as a library trustee. Kim has served the library for 4 years, and we just really appreciate your service to the library, and thank you so much, and we wish you the best of luck. I want to highlight that the consumer price index increased 7% from December 2020 to December 2021, which is the largest December to December increase since 1981. I looked that up at the Bureau of Labor Statistics because I was just blown away by that increase. And I'm bringing it up because it will most likely impact our budget next year, because we typically arrange our salary schedule based on the consumer price index. So just have that in mind. And on a happy note, that despite all the challenges and craziness, we still circulated over 1 million items in 2021. So
Hey.
That's wonderful. And I think that's about it. Any other questions that I may or may not be able to answer?
Did an excellent
You've
job,
done a
Jen.
great job.
Oh, thanks, guys.
Okay. Any questions for Jen relating to the library director's report? Okay, we're now on to agenda item 12, and I have a couple just very quick comments. As you know, this meeting was virtual, and I essentially just Julie and I had talked about this a few weeks ago, and ultimately decided it was really kind of best at this point in time. But if anyone has strong opinions on this one way or the other, feel free to text or email or call one of us, just so that we know kind of what your opinion is on whether we should be getting together. I think from my perspective, I thought it was good to kind of follow what the library was doing with its own policies, and we were kind of like essentially following along with the protocols that have been kind of reinstituted just over the past few weeks or so. And then I'll also echo Jen. Thank you very much, Kim, for your service to the library. I'm sorry I wasn't able to convince you to stay a couple more years, but I got a couple more months out of you at least, so that's been good. We'll miss you, and I'll see you around town walking the dog and with the kids and all of that. So thank you very much for your service to the library.
Yeah, thanks. And Jen, you did a great job tonight.
Oh, thank you.
That could
Oh,
ask
and we haven't heard anything about a new appointment, so to be determined.
But yes, I'll see all of you who are Downers residents around town.
I believe we are all Downers residents.
We better see you in the library, man.
Yeah, my daughter's window display is going up on February 1st, so you'll see a name in there. I saw the staffs this month. That was fun.
Good.
I liked yours, Caitlin.
Thank you. Super fan.
Okay, any additional trustee comments or requests for information? Mr. Humphreys.
Yeah, first of all, I want to thank Kim. This has been a great 4 years. Going to miss you, but thank you so much for your service, and keep in touch. Drop in once in a while. We could use a little extra, few friendly people in the room. I also just want to say that we just looked at the circulation figures for last year, and wow. I just want to thank the director, the assistant director, and all of the staff members for just superb service during a very difficult year. And I don't want to add too much to that on the record here, but there have been some difficult moments, even recently. And I just want to thank our director and all of her wonderful staff for outstanding service to the community.
We have a great leader.
That's it.
Thank you, Dave. Any final trustee comments or requests for information? Carissa.
Yeah, I just had a couple comments, I guess. So again, Kim, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure serving with you. I think you started around the same time that I did. So sorry to see you go, but of course, yeah, we'll see you around. So thanks for your service. And I just am glad that I got to know you just a little bit over the last few years. Like Dave, I'm super impressed by the circulation numbers. I thought that was really cool to see that over 1 million again. And I actually wanted to highlight the department reports. I thought it was really cool that the circulation department included their goals for next year. I was impressed by their, and it was cool to see kind of their thought process and the way that they were approaching the coming year. So I just wanted to give a shout out to them. I thought that was really great and some insight that we wouldn't normally get. And then I wanted to highlight the innovation team's memory care collection too. I thought that was a great addition. I'm excited to see how that gets used. And I know I know other people in other libraries that are looking again at the Downers Grove Public Library as a leader in this area and are looking at that collection specifically as something to maybe emulate at their own libraries. So thanks to the innovation team, I think they're doing a great job too.
We actually had holds on those items, which was really satisfying to see them on the pick list. So, yeah.
Okay, any additional trustee comments or requests for information? All right, then I will proceed to agenda item 13 and adjourn the meeting.